We are in the village of Khirokitia, the original Cypriots, who set foot on the island 9,000 years ago. Human life on the island began in the Neolithic age. Cypriots first settled on the island during this period. Their origins lie on the Mediterranean coast. They engaged in agriculture and animal husbandry on the island. It is the first village community to be inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. In later periods, migrations began from the Aegean coast. They lived in round houses in their villages. It's noteworthy that they buried their dead beneath their homes. A burial tradition may have been part of their religious beliefs. Lion statues were placed in the graves of the dead. These lions were believed to protect the dead on their journeys. In other words, there was a belief in an afterlife. The roofs of the houses are made of wooden beams. The spaces between the beams are filled with small tree branches, and the roofs are plastered with mud. The foundations of the houses are made of stone, and the walls are plastered with mud. Inside, there are stone living areas. Larger houses also have upper floors. This seems familiar to me. In fact, we see plenty of traces of it in the villages. Of course, apart from burying the dead inside the house. The stone foundations of the houses are visible. Cypriots living in the Neolithic age built their houses on high elevations. This is natural and understandable. However, the fact that they oriented their houses to watch the sunrise and sunset reveals their intention to take advantage of daylight. Another reason may stem from the biological clock's orientation to the sun. A third reason could be the idea of taking advantage of moonlight at night. It feels natural and meaningful that people lived here 9,000 years ago. But walking on this hill, it's a wonderful feeling to feel an energy that connects with your soul. They were here, and through their actions and creations, they connected with the world. This form of construction doesn't seem unfamiliar to you, does it? Anyone who has lived in a village has seen this type of construction technique. Before 1974, adobe houses had stone foundations and ceilings were plastered with mud over wooden beams and thatch. Even if we weren't aware of it, our genetic culture was always with us. They settled on a hill that controlled the area. Below them were fields and pastures. The fact that they established homes in separate areas may indicate that they were classified according to their lineage. According to excavations, you see the original Cypriot skull here. It likely died from a blow to the head during a conflict, demonstrating the effectiveness of stone weapons. 4 stones are visible in the front row. One side of these stones is carved like a hatchet blade. They were used with wooden or bone handles attached to the stone. They were used for protection, hunting, and daily tasks. The 5 stones in the second row are flints used to start a fire. The fire was ignited by sparks, created by striking 2 stones together. The round stone in the third row was used as a mace head. This stone is considered the ancestor of the shepherd's mace, used by the Cypriots to herd their flocks. The numerous polished stone tools produced included chisels, gouges, saws, and, most importantly, axes and adzes. With the new strong and heavy axes, Neolithic people could clear forests for agriculture and timber, and with adzes, they could easily work the wood. Among the excavations, cat-shaped figurines were found, indicating that cats on the island lived alongside settled people during this period. A dog jawbone was also found, indicating that dogs lived alongside humans during a settled life. The stag antlers also indicate that deer were seen on the island during this period. The native Cypriots used the stone bowls seen in the picture. They used them for eating and grinding wheat or spices. I previously showed the sharp stone points. Here is the attached bone handle. Also note the carved stones of various sizes. This reflects a conscious productivity in daily life. The early Cypriots' interest in ornaments is remarkable. They made necklaces from stones and invented jewelry from bones and shells. They cared for their dead, believed in the survival of the soul after death, kept domestic animals, and consciously engaged in agriculture and animal husbandry. This was the earliest cultural life of the Cypriots and is therefore included on the UNESCO list. The remains are displayed in the Cyprus Museum, which opened in 1882. The museum is located in Nicosia, Republic of Cyprus. Admission is free.